welcome to this session. We're going to be talking about the Cytolink dialer and doing follow-up with our secret weapon of building rapport, which is video email. Now, what I prefer for time management reasons and follow-up reasons is to actually, in Cytolink, once you've made your phone calls and you've set your dispositions to send email. So let's say you have 4 or 5 individuals after a calling session that you know for a fact you want to send emails to them. And if you don't know what setting a disposition is in the Cytolink system, review other tutorials that I have on Cytolink on my YouTube channel. But TalkFusion's a video email account, and usually what I do is once I'm done with the dialer, and I've made a bunch of dials and I have a few follow-ups, I'll just go in and I will create a folder. It's under the View Contacts section, and then you click on what's called the Folder Manager, and then we're going to add a folder, and I generally check the date, and it's right now it's December 19th, 2011, so I'll go 12/19/2011, and that way it's very easy for me just to add a folder, and once I add a folder I'll show you what to do. Now let's go to the Cytolink system. I'll go to my follow-up, and in that drop down, when you're making calls, you've set your disposition. There's all these selections, but you've set your disposition to send email. And if you do this right and you keep up with the follow-ups, whatever you had done in your calling session, whoever you had identified as sending an email to will pop up. Now we're going to show you in a later tutorial, once you've sent an email, you really should be setting an appointment on the calendar and with reminders that come to your text messaging to call and follow up. What's really cool about this scenario is I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people that I'm going to actually follow up with. Here are their phone numbers. And so now what I do, and I'm going to tell you, it's a little bit of a manual process, but as you're disciplined to do this, you'll really thank me for this advice. You notice this empty folder that we just created is there. Now you go up to your menu and you say add a new contact. We will add their name. And I'm also going to tell you, while you're doing the follow-ups in Cytolink, you should always take the time to cut and paste their phone number, because when they open your video email, it will give you a notification and their phone number will be there. Now, make sure you get it in the right field. That was actually their email field. Sorry about that. Put in the phone number here. And the email, you just go get that by clicking on the name. And their email address is right there. So we'll just put that in. Oh, what's really cool is you've created an empty folder and you can quickly add them, and it says added contact. Now, why do I put them in a folder? Well, that's a good question. Now, I would do this process for all 4 of my contacts that I want to send emails to. Why I put it on a folder? Because I can easily know, once I create the video email, I know exactly what folder to send for that day, because I do not work harder than I should. So I'm very much about efficiency. So I will record a video that says, hey, how are you, and introduces myself, and I make it generic so I can use it over and over again. In fact, I can load 4, 5, 6 email addresses into my folder and in one click send it to the folder. Now I'll show you how to do that. I'm just going to go and get a Fusion Pro video. Welcome to direct selling. I'm going to use that video and I'm going to show you exactly how I might send something to a prospect. Go ahead and it loads the video. And now I'm going to compose the message. And you'll notice my folder's right at the top, 12/19/2011. Let's just imagine that I put all 4 or 5 of those email addresses and phone numbers in. I just select the folder, type my greeting, whatever it is. I'm just putting a pretend greeting in. Make sure I put my Facebook page and my Twitter account. You don't have to do this. You can turn this off by clicking on this if you don't want to do it, and then send the video email by clicking on the green button. It's that simple. So now I just knocked out 4 or 5 follow-ups with my video email that was pre-made, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Now I'm ready to wait for the response. When I get a response of an opening, it'll have the phone number in it. So if I've got my smartphone or my iPhone, I can just dialogue and say, hey, I just saw that you actually opened up my video email. What'd you think? It also tells me that these people, if they haven't opened it, I can call them, follow up with them, and say, I notice you haven't opened my video email. Let's go back to Cytolink, because once we have sent this, and I go in and I actually take the time to actually set an appointment. And what I do is I edit the document and I change the disposition to make an appointment, and then I save it. Now once I do that, I can do my follow-up lists, and I can look at make an appointment, and all my documents, all my people that I want to make an appointment will be there. Now what's really cool about this is I can view those appointments, and it says, oh, there's no appointment. I add a new appointment. I can actually keep the phone number in there just as is. I can set the time. I can set the date and the subject of it, and I prefer text messaging it to myself. So now I have a reminder for follow-up. Once you get this down and you do this over and over and over again, it gets so easy to do it, and you can do it so quickly, and it assures people that they're being followed up with. Now, the one thing I must say as an important addition, and that is, before I get off the phone with them the first time, I tell them I'm going to be sending you a video email. Now, what I instruct you to do, I'm in the top percentage of leaders in the industry, and I want to say to you, this is an incredible video. You're qualified to get it, and I want you to take time to find it. Understand, email's unreliable. Please look in your junk mail. Look for a subject that says blah, 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 and I tell them what it is. Usually it's, hey, I just talked to you on the phone. It was great connecting with you. That is absolutely essential, and that's a reason 85% of my video emails are actually opened. So all these steps make you more efficient and more powerful in terms of setting yourself apart with your prospects and building rapport.